Good morning, everyone. This is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading and welcome to my channel. If you do enjoy the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me to grow. Grow, baby, grow. I think that was a political statement there. I don't remember who said that, but strike it from the record. Anyway, this morning I want to do a reading having to do with what's blocking this connection. So what's blocking your connection with someone? If you're getting to know someone, or you have been getting to know someone but things have really slowed down or tapered off, or you're just kind of left wondering what's blocking this connection right now, we're going to tap in this morning. And my allergies are kind of bad this morning, so have to excuse me if I'm clearing my throat a lot, but we're going to tap into this connection and find out what is blocking this connection. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have this tarot deck right here with the Malachite. And for pile number 2, we have this tarot deck with the Amethyst. And for these pile number 3, we have the black Obsidian over here. So go with what your intuition is drawn to. Is it the Malachite, the Amethyst, or the black Obsidian? Or maybe you're drawn to a particular deck, to the way a particular deck looks. And I can kind of take the stones off there and show you the decks a little bit more if you're into just picking based on the deck. Okay. And with that being said, let's go ahead and actually, I'm a little discombobulated this morning. Let's go ahead with our decks, okay? So I'm gonna move the other 2 piles away here for a second, and you can go to the description box to click on the timestamp directly for your pile. Now, if you have a couple connections you're working with and they're kind of stalled out, you're more than welcome to look at multiple videos, or just look at all 3 and see which one resonates more for you. Again, these are general readings, so some parts of it may resonate for you and other parts may not. Take what resonates, because if it doesn't resonate for you, it probably will resonate for somebody else who's watching. So kind of have to pick out your parts. To kick us off here, I'm going to draw from this spirit deck that I have to just show some guidance from the spiritual world regarding your particular connection. So think about your connection, think about your intentions with this person, and we'll take a breath here. Spirit, please help guide us this morning as we look at the connection for my pile number 1s. What is blocking this connection? Choices, okay? So Spirit wants to talk to you about choices. They want to tell you, when you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that is inside of you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world, okay? So Spirit wants you to have choices right now and for you to take responsibility for the choices you've made in your life. They aren't being, they're being a little serious this morning. I'm getting the vibe. Spirit is being a bit serious and is telling you to basically listen, appreciate, accept, and understand your choices. Now, it may be that the person you came here to ask about is faced with a lot of choices right now, has different paths they could take, different doors that they could open. And that could be part of what's blocking the connection. But in any case, your guides want you, who's watching this, to have a lot of choices and work positively and constructively with the choices that you've already made for the best outcomes, okay? So we're gonna start with Malachite then here for this first deck. And the cards are pre-shuffled, but we're going to shuffle them a little bit more here. And we're going to find out what is blocking this connection. So spirit, angels, and guides, be with me this morning as I answer the question, what is blocking this connection for pile number 1? Does this person have a lot of options? And that's why we have the choices card here for spirit. Does person have a lot of people that they're considering or options, or can they just not make up their mind about you? Let's dive into it. So for pile number 1, what is blocking this connection at this time? Okay. Okay. So what's blocking the connection at this time is this person has a lot of nostalgia right now. They're reminiscing about the past. They are feeling a bit defensive, and they're not really getting their message across, okay? Their message is being blocked to you right now because they're being very nostalgic about the past, and they're feeling like really hard done by. So your person has some problems. I got 99 problems and ain't one, if you know what I mean. They don't wish you any harm. They're not trying to be difficult. They're not trying to hurt you in any way. They just simply have a lot of problems right now, and a lot of it has to do with their past, and they're still having to fight through some issues from their past, and it's making them move very, very slow. It's making them be very slow to send you a message. So maybe you send them a text or an email, and then it takes 2 to 3 days for them to reply back. You know, that's hard when especially we're in quarantine right now, and kind of all we have is, you know, our communications with each other. We can't necessarily see each other quite yet. So I'm getting that this person is feeling nostalgic. They're feeling overwhelmed. They're feeling overwhelmed about possibly a situation with their children or their family. And they still have things in life that they're trying to fight through and get through. Even though it's a situation that's been done, that's from the past, there's still things today that are impacting them because of this. Like, it could be fucking with their money. It could be, you know, something to do with just, like somebody from their past came back. I mean, we're about ready to hit a Venus retrograde this week in a few days. And so the planets, over half the sky is going to be retrograding. And that means people are coming through again for some more fun. And it's not altogether warming to this person's heart, okay? They're having to deal with stuff that they thought was dead and gone, that was buried, and they're being very, very slow to send the message, to reply, to come forward with a message, because they're still dealing with stuff, okay? They've got some choices, they've got some decisions that they need to make, basically. Okay, pile number 1, what is your person's opinion of you right now? What is their opinion of you right now? So we see why they are, I get this is getting blocked from their end, but take it as it resonates. You can switch it. You could also be blocking it too, like because of the same reasons. You could have similar things, feeling defensive, situations from the past coming up to be reconciled again, not wanting to communicate so quickly because you're still not quite sure where you're standing on things, right? So how does your person view you, right? If they're being kind of slow to communicate, not coming through with the message right away when maybe they were before, how is your person viewing you? Okay, well, your person can sense that you're going through something as well. They can sense that you've been hurt and injured in love. And they know that. They see you as being, maybe you've told them a story or several stories about people who have, maligned you, who have hurt you, who've betrayed you, who aren't what they seem to be, right? That a lot of romantic relationships have turned into disaster for you. And they just want to assure you that this situation, why they're taking a while to communicate and why the connection is taking a while to manifest, doesn't have anything to do with you. They see that they maybe want to take it a bit slower with you because they can see that, situations have really hurt you in the past and you're working through that. But they see you as somebody who is very stable, very solid, somebody who would be great to work with. Like when I say work with, I mean in life, right? That you guys could be, you could run a household together. You could run daily life together. That you're a very stable, enduring, solid person. Okay. So their opinion of you is very high. They think that you're a very strong person, that you are very disciplined, that you've overcome a lot of, if you had any issues in the past with addiction, with shame, with just going into situations that were unhealthy for you, this person sees you as overcoming these situations, and because of that, you'd be a really good person to have a daily life with, have a daily rhythm, have a daily life. You'd be somebody that would be really great to spend time with, okay? This is kind of in contrast to the other side of the view here, where it looks like, things have been a little bit more dire, or things have, where you really experienced some suffering, okay? They understand that you have really experienced some suffering, and they don't want to bring any more suffering to you. They only want to offer you something that is, that's really, worthwhile to you, because they see you as someone who triumphs over evil. They see you as somebody who can go through a lot and still believe in love and still have a positive attitude. Somebody who can be very practical in the real world, but at the same time is also very creative and fun, okay? They see you as a creative and fun person, but I think that they also know that, this has not been an easy journey for you, and that it's interesting, there's a door in this Five of Pentacles here, and there are doors over this person's heart. They know that you've opened the door to some rough experiences, emotionally, and they want to offer you something other than that. They want to give you something better than that. But things are a little challenging for them right now on the home front, in their own home. Okay, let's see what other guidance we can get here. These cards turned over. Quite a few cards. Yeah, here's the Six of Cups again. They want to be in love. They want to hold you. They want to spend time with you. They want to take it to the next level. But things are moving very slowly. Very, very slowly. And you're being asked to hold a lot of patience, because this person still has significant issues and that they're dealing with, okay? They are restricted or limited in some way, and so they're just asking you to kind of believe in the dream and be patient, and know that they're coming. They're dealing with some stuff, okay? But as we can see here, you might get a little bored of waiting, and let's see how you're going to react to this. Okay, pile number one, How are you going to react to this message from them of be patient, take it slow, believe in the dream, and you know, I'm still dealing with a lot of stuff, right? Is their message. I'm dealing with some past things that I still have to work through. How are you going to take this? Pile number 1. All right, you're fine with the timeout too. You're willing to take a timeout because you think that the situation can bring a lot of stability, and that it's gonna be great in the future. We have 2 4s here, so, and then the stars on the bottom of the deck. So you're okay. You're getting healing for yourself too. You're fine with the pause. You're okay to take the rest and go within. And you think that the connection is gonna work out in the future. So you're okay with that. You're okay to be a little bit more patient and take your time and see how things work out, right? So overall, this is good. This is actually seems like a pretty solid undertaking. It's just taking a little bit longer than you might have wanted it to, but there are, you know, obviously life comes up, life is life comes up. So both of you, I feel, are being very discerning and, you know, contemplating the kind of people that you've let into your life into the past. And I think that's creating a lot of illumination as well for both of you. So thank you, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed your messages. And with that, let's move on to pile number 2. All right. So pile number 2 here with the amethyst. What is blocking this connection? Okay, so if you chose pile number 2, you pick the amethyst. And before we go into the cards, I want to just pull a message from Spirit here and see what Spirit has to say about this connection and why is it being blocked right now. So Spirit, angels, and guides, please come through here for pile number 2 and help me deliver a poignant and real and true message for pile number 2. What is blocking this connection right now for pile number 2? Okay, what's blocking the connection for them? Okay, hope. All right, your loved ones in the spirit world know when to reach out if they see you're at a low point. Whether you're caught up in a difficult situation or struggling with someone specific in your life, there is always hope, okay? So they want you to, and they want this other person and you, they want both of you to have hope in this situation, all right? That there's a light that never goes out. And to quote the Smiths, there's a light that never goes out, and they want you to have hope. And they understand that you might be caught up in a difficult situation or struggling. Maybe it's this person you're asking about that you're struggling with right now, but there's always hope, okay? So I love the like violet burgundy color of this card and the oranges in it. It's like smoldering, right? It's smoldering. I really like it. So I feel like this situation, whatever it is, could be very spiritual for you, pile number 2, that this could be helping you to move more into your spirituality, more into your hope, more into your love for the divine. But let's take a look here. What is blocking this connection with your person that you came here for, okay? What is blocking the connection right now? All right, yeah, the lovers, okay. So that's good. Hope for love, hope for the future, right? That says that, you know, with the lovers, we're always looking at choices and decisions that we have to make. But, you know, the angels are here. Like I said, this is a very spiritual reading for you. Your angels are here. The spirit world is here. 10 of Cups, okay? So, you know, you guys might be really into the fantasy right now and, you know, not so much into reality. That could be part of it. Or you could just be very, very hopeful about the future, you know, like That's not really a block. I'm not seeing a block here with pile number 2 yet. What is blocking this connection then? Because everything looks, is coming up roses so far. So what's blocking the connection? Okay, yeah, that's just what I was saying earlier. The inability to bring the connection into reality. Everything's kind of a fantasy right now, and you may be, as John Bon Jovi says, living on a prayer. I don't know why that just came up for me. Maybe your person's a Pisces, maybe you're a Pisces. Maybe you haven't spent a whole lot of time with this person yet, and you haven't really had to face, more of the real world aspects of getting to know one another yet. Like, where are we gonna eat? What are we gonna do? What's next on the menu? You just haven't had a whole lot of reality infused into this yet. So maybe it's just, kind of hanging on the wings of hope right now, or if this is a connection that's been ongoing and you have a relationship with this person, which you certainly could here with the Lovers and the Ten of Cups, like things have been the reality, like just keep getting the 90s movie Reality Bites. For those of you that have seen that, like maybe you guys need to have more fantasy. Okay, you need to have a little bit more fantasy, and because reality is kind of dragging you down, and your guides want you to be more hopeful, and they want you to be more happy and more childlike and believe in your connection, right? But reality, it looks like reality's got you down here, the old ball and chain of reality doesn't feel great, right? Yeah, with the reversed wheel, it's like, yeah, you've got all these great Ten of Cups, the Lovers, hope, but with the World and the Wheel of Fortune turned around, or the Wheel of the Year, you could just be going through a challenging time right now in your life, like with your job or family matters, or you're going through major shifts and major changes in your life right now. You could have a lot of people that want things from you, that are needing things from you right now. Like a lot of people with their hand out to you saying, I need this, at work, or your children, or in your relationships, the people just saying, I need this, right? And you're like, when do I get the time for myself? When do I get the time to really do what I want to do with my person, right? So it could be that there is some external issues that are creating upset here in the connection. Yeah, and reverse Nine of Cups, just not having enough fun, It's like you've got to have more fun, and you've got to see the world in a more positive light, and you've got to stop, letting other people throw you off your center, okay? That's another thing that I'm getting here is it's easy for you to get thrown out of your center and out of your moods. It's easy for you to get derailed from believing in the dream, from having hope for the future, because of other people and their demands on you and what they need from your time, etc. And then it just puts you in a funky space of like, I'm not happy, I'm not having fun, I'm not enjoying life, I'm not enjoying the pleasures of life, I'm not enjoying my partner, we're not having sex like we used to, we don't have the passion, it sucks the passion out of things, right? And with these cards here, we definitely, there aren't any fire cards out on the table right now, and it looks like it could be, some life circumstances kind of bringing things down, and you need more fire, inspiration, more fire, hope, inspiration in your life, okay? So how is your person viewing you? Let's look at that next. How is piles number 2's person viewing them? Yeah, they're viewing you as the reversed Ace of Wands. So they're seeing you as somebody who's not feeling super sexual right now, somebody who is not super tapped into their root chakra or their sacral chakra, somebody who, instead of wanting to get busy and have fun. It's at the end of the day, you're like, I'm tired, I want to sleep, I'm going to bed, right? They view you as not being as passionate as you used to be when they first met you. Like, life has kind of dulled you down a little bit, okay? They want you to spark it up with the Two of Wands. They want to travel with you. They want to do things with you. They want to build something with you. They want you to snap out of it, is what I heard. They want you to snap out of it a bit and get your zest for life back, all right? You've been through some shit though, and they're acknowledging that. Your partner is acknowledging that you have been through some shit. You've been through some shit in the past. You've, for family stuff, with other relationships, with your job, you've been through some shit. And they know that. They're holding space for you on that. They're waiting for you to kind of come out of it so that you guys can have more fun together. But they know that shit has been challenging for you, pile number 2, and they're just kind of waiting for you to work through that. And I saw the Ten of Swords as I was shuffling, and then it popped up here on the table. So again, yeah, they understand. They know you really well. This is a person I feel that knows you well, and they know that your nature is someone who's excited, who's interested, who's someone who likes to travel, somebody who generally has a good attitude. They know that situations have been challenging and have been tough for you, and that, you've kind of lost a little bit of your zest for life because of some situations that have just ground you down, frankly, and that have been very unfair to you. I'm getting this energy as well. I'm almost getting angry for you as well, pile number 2, like getting angry at some situations that have sort of ground you down in your life, really brought you down, really grounded you down. And your person wants you to come out of this. They've probably had situations that were rough as well, and haven't been easy for you guys, for both of you, but you're being asked to have some hope right now and to really spark it up and not let everything else in life overtake you guys, but instead focus on your connection, focus on your beautiful connection, let go of these, the Ten of Swords is all about just finally letting things go. Finally, seeing the truth for what it is and just being like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't, okay? And on the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. So I know that you have a beautiful relationship with this person. They're lovely. You are lovely. They want to be with you. There's nothing in this spread that says that they don't want to be with you. And there's nothing in this. Is patience to me too. This is a very long-standing, sweet connection that, this is also my therapy card too. So maybe, there's some situations that need to be kind of worked out with the therapist, or need to talk to one another more and be like very emotionally vulnerable with one another and tell each other where you're at, but also seeking, qualified third parties' opinions and help as well, okay? So I'm getting that you guys are both super sweeties and you care for one another. There's just been some stuff going on, okay? And it's kind of made the sexual connection less fun, maybe it was always more fun and more crazy and stuff like that, but all this energy around you and what you've been going through has impacted that, and your partner is aware of that. They are they feel very compassionate towards you as a result of that. And if this person doesn't feel compassionate towards you as a result of that, and they just expect you to be their perfect fantasy and not be a real person, then this is not for you, this reading or this person. And I hope you know that to be true, right? You don't have to just put on a fake false front for people just to keep things going. Like, you are allowed to have your days and take space for what you need. Okay, so friendliness, the lovers have come up twice. So I know this is a person you've been with for a while. Turning in and trust, okay? So your person wants you to trust them. They want you to spend some time going within. They love you very much, and they not only consider you like their person, they also consider you their friend too, and they're going to be there for you. All right, so this is beautiful. I enjoyed your reading, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed it too. Continue to have hope for the future. Continue to love one another. Get some sexy time back if you can. That always seems to help, right? Spice it up a bit. Next, we're gonna go into pile number 3, which is the black obsidian. So if you chose this pile, you chose pile number 3. This is my goth pile over here, because you've got the black obsidian with these cards that look a little gothy. This is called the This Is Gonna Hurt Tarot. Okay, so it's my goth deck. If you picked it, you're a little goth and witchy. Just accept it, right? Okay, so what is blocking this connection? Actually, before we go, I'm just shuffling a few times here. But before we go into the cards, I wanted to get a message from Spirit for you as well, pile number 3. So for pile number 3, Spirit, Angels, and Guides, please help guide me this morning as I break down for pile number 3, what is currently blocking this connection, all right? What's blocking the connection, and what does Spirit have to share about this connection, okay? What's blocking? Forgiveness, okay? So maybe there's been fights with this person. Maybe they have certain people in their life that they need to forgive. Maybe you all need to forgive one another, but let's see. It says, holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally and incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and transform, okay? So it looks like there needs to be a reconciliation between you and your partner. You might be in like a no contact phase right now where you're not talking with one another, and there's been resentment, there's been arguments, things have built up to a point of becoming unacceptable between you both. And, you know, there's been some words said, and there's been some issues in the connection, okay? And both parties need to kind of forgive, all right? This Nine of Swords wanted to come out, and this Queen of Pentacles, okay? So, and normally I get the feeling that your relationship with this person is pretty awesome. Like, it's pretty great. But it helps both of you, right? It helps both of you remain stable, grounded. It gives you both a safe place to land. It makes both of you feel very happy, very balanced, very centered, and something you can rely on, right? The relationship is something you can rely on. But lately it hasn't been that way. Whether it's a friendship that is blossoming, could have blossomed into a relationship or something more. You know, the relationship is causing both of you a lot of anguish right now in your mental space, okay? And you're not sure where the relationship is heading. You used to be pretty sure of the connection. Like, we're really great friends. We're really amazing. We have amazing conversations together. We do things together. We have fun together, right? And now everything has gotten a lot more... it's been more of a struggle, and definitely with the swords, it's like words have been said, okay? Words have been said by both, or words haven't been said. You've had conversations in your head about this person and where things are at, but like in your head with them, like you've held them up in your head and you've had conversations with them, but the conversation's gone nowhere, right? It's just kind of stewing in your mind at this point, and you're like, where is this even headed? And it's creating some anxiety in both of you, is what I'm getting here, is it's creating anxiety. So what else is blocking this connection? Okay, the Hangman. So things are literally not being said. They're like I said, there might be a pattern of you guys weren't really in contact right now. You aren't speaking right now. You've possibly gone within to take care of yourselves and to nurture yourselves instead of dealing with this connection. But, you know, somebody doesn't want to come forward, okay? Somebody's afraid to come forward, and somebody's just kind of leaving the situation alone, and keeping it in limbo right now just because they're afraid of, if they do come towards you, what would be said or done. And I think this person is in a lot of worry about this. This person could be seeking an apology. You know, they could be wanting to give you an apology, okay? And they don't know how to, they could be seeking or wanting to give. But since this is you, I would feel this is you with the Queen of Pentacles. I feel this person is kind of a little bit afraid to come forward to you because they're afraid that you are still angry, that you're very resentful, and that you're upset, right? And so they don't want to come forward. So they would rather just stay in limbo than come forward. So the energy is stagnant, all right? The energy is very stagnant between you two. And you each have more going on in your heads than you actually have going on in reality with one another, because things have gotten very stagnant. And this person and you too are both like, well, should I reach out? Should I chat to this person? Should I attempt to, what are the positives and negatives of coming forward? What are, I just feel a lot of confusion from this person towards you. They're very confused about what they should do. They're trying to weigh their options. They don't know, should they make, I have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles right here. They want to come forward towards you. They want to, we have two knights here. The Knight of Pentacles moves very slowly, and the Knight of Cups wants to bring a romantic offer. So this person wants to move forward toward you, but they're like in limbo. They can't quite figure it out. They're like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I come forward? Should I go see her? Or him? Should I go see her or him? They're not quite sure what's the next step. I feel is they want to come forward and ask for your forgiveness for something that happened. Okay, this could be an ex. This could be somebody that you had dealings with in the past, but it didn't really go anywhere, and now they want to try to come forward. But they're just struggling a lot with it. They're not sure how to come forward. And how do they see you? Reversed King of Cups. They don't think that you're open. They think that you are not open to them emotionally, that you're pissed, that you are, you would be like, no, if they even attempted to step towards you, you would just sail away from them. You would not be interested in hearing what they had to say. Yeah, they think that you've gone off to find a new beginning. They think that you are starting on your own journey, and they could see you as being kind of foolish too. They could see you as being like, well, this person is very erratic. They're, they're really pissed off. And it could be that the last time that you saw them, you were like, get the F away from me. And that you were pissed. And so now they see you as just moving in a totally different direction from them, moving on to something new, and that you're possibly like emotionally erratic, and that you're a wild card, and they don't really know what would happen if they step to you. Like, they might be a little bit afraid of you, pile number 3, and I don't know if you want this person back, pile number 3. I don't know if you want this person or connection to come back into your life, but they are certainly a little bit hesitant to come forward. Reverse Queen of Wands, yeah, they think that you're gonna just bust their balls, and that you're not into it, and you are probably giving your love, affection, and warmth to other people. And okay, Queen of Swords. All right, so we've got three of the queens on the table. This person could be kind of intimidated about you and think that you're truly a queen and be very impressed with you in the way that you've held your ground, but they are afraid of you. With the Queen of Wands and the reverse Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords doesn't suffer any fools, and she's not having it. If you step to her even remotely the wrong way, she will shank your ass, okay? She's the only queen that's holding a weapon. This queen here is holding a daisy and has a cat and is drawing something. This queen is holding a pentacle. This one's holding a knife, okay? So this person thinks that you are emotionally dangerous when you are pissed, right? When somebody loses favor with you, they know that you are not one to be trifled with, okay? And that scares them a little bit. And you know, Spirit is coming through with a message of forgiveness. So you don't need another, if this person, okay, pile number 3, if this person did you wrong or did something to you and they deserve the, you know, they deserve your shanking. I don't know how else to put it. They deserve your shanking. That's understandable, okay? If you've had people in your life that have been shitty to you, it's understandable that you don't put up with people's shit. It's totally understandable. There is a message of forgiveness here, though, for both of you. It doesn't mean that you have to get back together, that this connection is a viable connection, or that it, you know, has resonance for either of you in the future. But it does mean that you both need to do the work internally to try to forgive each other and not live in resentment and anger, okay? And I know personally too, very well, this reading resonates for me actually, and I know very well that it's, you know, it's challenging. It's challenging to get out of the resentment, but it really is a key for both of you to have a new beginning, either with each other or with other people or with yourselves. It's key to healing some of the emotional issues and some of the anxiety, sleepless nights, and you know, difficult situations between you both. It's key to healing that, okay? So for pile number 3, if this person came forward, would you be open? Let's see. Yeah, Strength. You would be open, but you would also be closed. She's closing the lion's jaws here. So if this person tries to say anything that you don't like or that isn't in line with what you know to be true, and etc., that you're not going to necessarily Queen of Swords this person, aka chop their balls off, but you will just, you know, gracefully walk away. If your person comes forward, and this could be for them too. If you came forward to them, they would be willing to listen. Both of you would be willing to listen, but nobody's putting up with any drama. That's for sure. Like, nobody wants to put up with any drama. Yeah, this person still loves you very much. You still love them very much. There is still a lot of love in this connection, but there's quite a bit of healing and forgiveness that needs to happen before you guys could ever even really be friends, okay? That's what I'm getting here, is before you could really see each other's perspective, be with each other's point of view, you'd really, the 2 of Cups. Yeah, you guys, even more so, you guys want to have, Ace of Swords is on the bottom. You both want to have communication so that you can heal some of these issues. And if there were any issues with addiction or codependency, drinking, smoking, gambling, sex addictions, love addictions, this doesn't have to apply for everyone, but if there was any kind of that kind of energy, that energy needs to be healed first. But you both love each other a lot. With the 2 of Cups and the Lovers, like, yeah, you guys love each other a lot. And you know, there's been some shit that's happened. And with the Ace of Swords, you both want to have new insights about the relationship and what it all means. And I think this Ace of Swords is showing that there hasn't been any closure. Sometimes, you know, you have to have your own closure, okay? You don't always get the other person to have closure with. But I can see that both of you are sort of craving that closure with one another and really want to comfort one another and help one another and be there for one another. You guys both have good hearts. Things got really fucked up, okay? And the Ace of Swords here, there is communication wants to happen here for sure. There's some communication that wants to come through. This person wants to communicate. You want to communicate with them. Let's see here. Will they communicate? Let's ask that question. Will they come forward with a communication to you? Pile number 3. Okay. High Priestess reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. And playfulness. All right. So, are they going to come forward? I think they're still really, hurt, possibly, and really shy about coming forward. They want to, but they're, you know, as soon as they start feeling better about themselves, as soon as they start feeling more in their own zone and like they've worked through some things and they're not so heavy, that might be a sign that they are ready to come forward, okay? And then let's draw a couple. Should you go forward to them? Pile number 3, should you go forward? Because they're obviously pretty hesitant. No, I don't think you're going forward either. I see you going forward on other things, all right? And this person might be very, you know, correct in the assessment that you need to be left alone for a while, okay? This situation could have been very harmful for you, and you need things to slow down. You need to put energy into, you know, some other things in your life that you care about, and that you might have to walk this path alone for a while. And yeah, it's tough. This is tough energy, pile number 3, because you both have a need to want to be there for each other and to reach out and to get closure and to forgive one another. But the cards are telling me it's not the right time right now. Maybe there needs to be a little more time and distance before you guys can, maybe you both need to grow up a little bit. Maybe both of you need to have more compassion for one another and demonstrate that in your life overall, okay? And work on forgiving people in your lives overall. And I know people do shitty things and it's very hard to forgive. Believe me, I know. I know that. But, you know, there's a lesson here for both of you about forgiving and not so stubbornly clamming down on things, but forgiving one another and forgiving life for happening the way that it did, right? I mean, some harsh stuff happens in life and we all have to pick up the pieces and move on. And for some of you that you might have had to do that many times in your life, many times. And it doesn't get any easier. And there needs to be some softening in this connection. I still feel that there's a lot of fear in this connection. You both are fearful of the other person, and you guys both are still withdrawn into your own worlds here, is what I see. And so I don't think a verbal conversation in the 3D is going to happen like really soon or even right now. They may surprise you with something with playfulness here in the Ace of Swords. They may surprise you with something, but I wouldn't sit around waiting for it. Pile number 3, I would just continue on your journey, taking time for yourself and doing your healing on your own. So with that, pile number 3, I hope that message resonated for you. Thank you everyone for being here today. I'm Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Enjoy your day.